Human beings have the inherent capacity to love, but the problem with this type of love is that it is usually self-centered, and it is incomplete, it is imperfect, and that is why God gives us His type of love, which the Bible calls charity. Now the Word of God says in 1 John 4:18 is that perfect love casts out fear, because in fear is torment. So perfect love is the God type of love, if I can put it that way. Now this we get during initial salvation. By initial salvation, I mean Romans 10, which says that if you believe in your heart, you shall be saved. Now that is the initial salvation, also called justification. Now this is where God infuses the three important virtues. Now that is faith, that is hope, and that is love. Now we do have the second type of salvation, which is the ongoing salvation, which we are going through after we received Christ. It is the ongoing salvation, the cleansing of our soul, also called sanctification. Now, unto the great and the ultimate salvation, which is now when we will appear before God, the salvation from this body. Now, God gives us these three virtues because we need them in our walk. Now, I was speaking about perfect love casts out fear. Now, which type of fear? Worshipping God or loving God because you want to escape or evade hell. Now, this is the fear that 1 John is speaking about, which should not be in the case of a child of God. It casts out such fear. Now we are not worshiping God because it's an insurance, it's a fire insurance. No. We worship God and we love God for who He is, because He is goodness itself. So we are not loving God for what we are going to get from Him, but we are loving Him for who He is. So there's another type of fear that is being casted out by perfect love, and that is fear of rejection. Imagine you are loving your neighbor without expecting something from them. Now, without also their response to that love. Now, whether they respond positively or negative, it doesn't affect my love for them. So in this case, I will not fear their rejection. So it will remove the insecurity. So perfect love casts out fear of insecurity. Now, perfect love casts out fear of suffering. Now, if you love God with His type of love, you will not fear suffering. You will also not fear another type of fear called the fear of death. Why? Because we are going to be united with our object of love. So, if it is we die, when we die, we are united with Him. So, fear is not something terrifying. It is something exciting, because through death we are going to be united with the object of our love. So perfect love will cast out fear of suffering, and it will cast out fear of death. So fear has torment, fear of hell, fear of rejection, fear of suffering, and fear of death, which is the ultimate fear. So perfect love deals with all this. So beloved of God, you need this God type of love. So when you grow, once you keep on pursuing this type of love, which we have its seed in our soul, but it has to mature. So when it matures, then it will cast out all forms of fear, and you're going to live in perfect peace. So shalom and God bless you.